Hi, this is Mauvu doing your feedback. If you have any questions, just ping me in your thread. Okay. I feel like all of that map list was very good. Um, and the problem was the mechanical mistakes on fast deleting. That's just like a thing that'll happen. Um, the most relevant mistake, I'm not sure. It's definitely not like an objective mistake, but I think you should have elevated with your one sand and place your TNT an L shape away from this birch tree, because on a lava pool enter, you don't need doors, so you don't need as much wood, so you don't need to get like a great TNT spot to get all your wood. The problem with this though is you're likely to probably not get a full stack of dirt, because like set the sand and the stone is like you probably wouldn't get that much, but it definitely would save like significant time on this overworld. Just getting the TNT down sooner, and you're also closer to the ocean, so you can get your gravel faster. And yeah, but I don't hate this at all. Like, it's definitely not just like there is only one play. Like, this also works as well, because you can see you have a lot more blocks. Um, you just go back to uh, okay, so just a few like crafting things I would have done there instead is you want to leave the gold on your hotbar, um, instead of like, even if you're not going to use it, which obviously you wouldn't when you've got 11 iron, you still want to leave it on your hotbar so that it's already there when you enter the nether, on your hotbar, in case you spawn in like inside the bastion or something. Like, you'd really like to have the gold ingots already on your hotbar, just for like safety reasons. Um, and then just like a small like micro crafting order thing here. Instead of using the birch planks here for the craft, especially when you have multiple types of wood, um, I like using one of them to do the crafting table and then sticks, and then craft the other one into planks, and then use that for the boat and doors on a magma ravine enter. But you don't need to do boat here, obviously. And then just like with the gravel you mine here, I think this pressure plate location's decent. There wasn't really like a significantly better one, but you shouldn't be mining the gravel that's away from where the lava pool is, because if this drops flint, you have to swim away from the lava pool and back, which is just straight like backtracking time loss, when you could have mined like these three gravel behind you. And if none of them drop, then you just none of them drop flint. You pick them up and go back to the lava pool and make your portal and grind gravel. And if they do, then that's just great. Like, there's no potential backtracking here. Like, you get the flint in the direction of the lava pool, so you don't get punished, but it definitely could have cost you time here. Um, you don't need to place these two blocks. There's faster variations of Sea School Portal. Um, I'm sure you've probably seen them before, but if not, I can send you a video if you want. Very much like the E-Ray tech there, where you went into wide to check if, like, where the entity spike um, would disappear and stuff. But I think it was already there when you were just paused, right? So yeah, I guess one thing you didn't do here was, if you toggle thin before unpausing and the entity spike is still there, is you've basically just done your E-Ray fully paused, and you don't need to waste any time doing it. And in this specific instance, that you're looking straight at the bastion anyway, so you wouldn't have had to E-ray at all. Okay. We I don't think we F3C'd on Nether Enter there. You probably wouldn't have trouble finding your enter here, but you still should be doing it. It's just a muscle memory thing. It doesn't lose any time. And then with this movement up this like sort of cliff edge type terrain, you should be trying to push as much to the left as you can to like when you reach the top, you're like closer to the bastion, if that makes sense. No armor. Yeah, this is just like there's just like several like small mistakes I've noticed at this. So like getting to the chalice here, this is fine, but there's like a little like path, like you know the path you go over to the crack smoker part or the Sug part or whatever you want to call it. You can just go backwards along those jumps, and you can normally dodge any hoglins that are over here. Um, so like you definitely could have avoided that here by just jumping up here over along these like blocks. Um, but also you want to be able to use FNS. If you have to take a hoglin like melee hit, you want to use FNS just to like standardize like that you don't take any knockback, because it can be weird how much knockback they do, at least from my experience. And then here you can pillar up or like start pillaring up. Like if you go right here, you can jump over block clutch on here and like just pillar up sooner to the chalice. And at some point in between some of these like jumps, you should be trying to open your inventory to put the TNT on your bar. And then I think eating here was like I think you should be placing your crafting table here and crafting a helmet instead of dirt, and then just chug the cod like before you like leave the chalice, but after you've like crafted everything. Okay, there's a lot faster movement you can do here. What you do. Also, you definitely could have gone for Sugar out here to like front load getting the lodestone pigs. Wait, just a second. So I think there was like, yeah, there's lava here. So maybe, I don't know if this indicates that they would get stuck, because there's definitely lava up somewhere near the lodestone chest. So maybe you actually wouldn't get the lodestone pigs, but you should just be trying to do Sugar out, especially on no hoglins. It's like extremely safe, but I mean, yeah. Did they just, is that a dead, did they kill the hoglin? And I'm trying to figure out, is that like cooked pork chops? Because it's 720p, it's kind of hard to tell. I don't know. Yeah, I think I might have cut myself off earlier, but your like movement towards the crack smoker area here was just suboptimal. The guy's gonna get stuck. Oh, no. Yeah, I think you probably just home portal this. Like it's a single chest over there. Um, Okay, so I think optimally what you want to do here is you do that pearl hang you just do here, um, and then you like lower your render distance like right before it hits the terrain, and then you send a blind pearl hang somewhere to it, somewhere towards your home portal. Like it was very easy, like flat terrain there. Um, so that when you unhang your pearl exit, um, the one that's towards the fortress lands first, and then you can just lower render distance again because you've already seen the fortress. You know where it is. Like it doesn't matter that you'll have limited visibility. Um, and then yeah, just like with our overlaps here, so we kill the ghast, which is good. We leave arrows, which is like you should just be taking the arrows for God, what's it called? Well, for zero cycle, but yeah, like for crossbow and stuff. Um, but we shouldn't. Well, we should be like gravel dropping in the hole. I don't know what we're really doing with like sorting, like moving stuff to like these spots in our inventory. Like the real important stuff is your fire charges top left, like where your obsidian is if you standardize that. And then like pre-crafting a bed. Um, and then pearl hang, and then because like you don't know if maybe your trades are already done, like, and then yeah, we're throwing out some stuff like that leather, which is like the main way you want to be clearing your inventory in the bastion is just throwing out useless blocks. It's like not gravel and soul sand basically, because other junk you get is likely to be stuff that you'll be picking up more of from trades. So like magma cream quartz, stuff like that. Throwing that out mid bastion route doesn't really achieve anything because you're going to be picking up more of that later when you finish the bastion route and do your final check of the trades. But like throwing out like blackstone, cobblestone, magma blocks, netherrack, like whatever else, you're not going to be picking up more stacks of those from trades. So throwing those out does just fully like just clear the slot for the rest of the run really, because you're not going to be picking them up later. So I'd recommend just focusing on throwing out excess random blocks in your inventory. And there's also stuff like kelp seeds, saplings, like random other stuff you might have from the overworld, but yeah. Okay, we're playing for... Is this recording problem? What is going on? I don't know if you know about that problem, but there's definitely a problem with your recording there. And with the fire res you popped there, I think it's better to just standardize popping fire res at the end of your bastion route every time, so that you can maximize it lasting until the end of your fort split, and then you repop it on blind or like re-entry into the nether from your blind portal to last for your end game. It's just good to have these like set points of the run where you do it every time instead of like, oh, I'm gonna do it now because I feel like it. Like it's just more standardized and you're less likely to forget it. Yeah, like you have a pretty like rushed pearl hang to home portal. It would have just been better to pearl hang in a bastion, I think. I don't know why we haven't thrown out the quartz yet. Like, just didn't pre-craft the bed in the bastion as well. So like, I mean, just like the micro things adding up there is what I'd say really caused the problems with the like start of this blaze fight. Is like, had we thrown out the quartz and crafted nether bricks in between one of our sprint jumps down the fortress hallway, we would have had bricks already on our hotbar. And had we pre-crafted the bed, you just you kill this last guy, like you kill him faster, and then you can just instantly fire off your blaze bed, and then that it might even just have killed that wither. But I mean, that's besides the point. Like, you don't normally have a wither entering your spawner like that, but you likely would have had it cleared out, or like at least the fire would be out, and you have a blaze bed off when you get the second spawn, and likely could have gotten an extra blaze. Yeah, now we've just got all this mess, and like, yeah, and that's another spawn that's not had a blaze bed. There's still a 3 spawn. Yeah, so in between like axe hits like that on blazes when you haven't got anything else to like be trying to do, like you should be trying to overlap like wool and glowstone crafts, and then blaze powder and eyes of ender, and then once you've done all of that, you want to be throwing out just junk. Like, you've got, how much is this, 7 firers? Like, you can throw all but 2 of them like, you probably only need 1 of them, but 2 of them at max. But you can throw a ton of those out. You've got multiple stacks of like soul sand. You've got like netherrack when you've already got a bunch of nether brick for 0. Um, you got like so many stacks of pearls that you don't need as well. Again, here we can just be crafting our eyes of ender in between these hits, and that's just gonna save time. You don't need to corner bump. All it really does is just stop you from moving. It doesn't make you uh stop or like clear desync faster. All it does is stop you moving, and like Ninja Brain Rot no longer like it no longer helps it be slightly more accurate by like having exact chords. Like, Ninja Brain Bot just assumes you haven't corner bumped, so it doesn't help anymore. And yeah, this is the point in the run where you should be doing your second fire roast. You just pearl to the right here. Okay, I don't like this pearl. Like 1300, there's like 3 pearls really. Okay, we make it, but I think, I don't know, the terrain looks open. I'm just aggro pearling here and then sending a like maximum distance pearl on like straight after. And then I'm gonna try and line myself up for 1 more pearl onto quartz, and then I'm down enough health to hunger reset immediately in the stronghold. I don't know about aggro pearling here. Like, I mean, to be honest, you probably should just aggro pearl at the portal room there. Like, I'm not that like you've got a bunch of armor, so the silverfish isn't gonna spawn on you and kill you because they do like very small amount of damage. So like, I think you should just pearl into the portal room here instead of running towards it. And then yeah, when you have to throw like a pearl on 3 hearts, you should just do the suffocation pearl, where you pearl like into the opposite corner that you did here, and just hold sprinting forwards, and then your items will still go into this hole, but you'll get half stuck in the wall, so you can suffocate in between like your pearl cooldown to take damage. So you could have died one pearl sooner, basically. And then yeah, with like tall towers, especially on a front dragon, because you pretty much always have excess health. Once you reach 2 blocks below how tall the tower is, so here you can tell it's 103 because of like the shape of the tower. So when you reach the 101, which is here, you can jump up and then pearl onto the top to just get up a slightly bit faster. You just missed it. I mean, yeah, we were just like, the backup attempt was like, it was good to go for this, but we took way too many like block clutches is what really slowed it down. Oh, it flies anyway. Um, but yeah, I think the reason we missed top setup, uh, let's just see. So this, yeah, so your second pearl there, it was thrown quite a bit late, I think. Like, this, as long as you throw the pearl like right after you jump, it gets a lot more upwards velocity, so you can usually hit very near the top of the tower and be able to make the setup quite comfortably. And then there's just also the like pearling on top to like save a little bit of time. And then yeah, we just bail out because we know we've missed it. There is a 99 standing setup that you can do on 103, but it's very, very weird bad timing, so I don't totally endorse it. But it is there if you want to learn it. I can send a clip of it or something. Um, I'm just gonna skip through. I'll just see if you set up like right side obby and stuff. Yeah. Okay, so we do all of that correctly. Skip through to the one cycle. Yeah, I don't know if that was nerves, but yeah, second bed was just poor timing on that, but happens to everyone. Um, yeah, I mean, as far as like the biggest like mistakes in this run, it was mostly just in the Bastion, I think. Um, just a lot of micro stuff. Maybe you just need to like update your Bastion routes, or just like go on a practice map for like an hour or two on like each Bastion type. But I don't really know. Like, if you're not in ABS, there's a lot of tech in there. I can link you that Discord. But I think there's a invite link somewhere in like the rip rolls or whatever. Yeah. Thanks for sending in the run. And yeah, if you have any questions, just ping me in your thread as well.